So this is your BBC microbit, and you've got the important part here, which is your accelerometer. That tiny component there is what will measure the force in milli-Gs. Well, that's 1/1000th of gravitational force, so 10 to the minus 3 Gs. And it's the movement across the different axes here. So that axis, this axis, and that axis, which are recorded via an app called Bitty Data Logger. So it does that via sending it via its Bluetooth connectivity. So it uses Bluetooth to send information from the accelerometer through to your mobile or your tablet by Bluetooth, and that's how it collects the data. And then the data is sent via mobile phone to Outlook in your email, so you can collect the data and put it into a spreadsheet, and we'll show you that later. So with the microbit, you've got two buttons, A and B. It's important when we load the plane that A is at the front, B is at the back, and it's upright, because that means that when the spreadsheet processes the data that you record, it knows which orientation you're collecting the data. And it's important because in this direction gravitational force is negative, and in that form it is positive, so we need to know that it's in that orientation. We need to power the microbit by plugging a power source not into this standard coupling port here where you might want to put in a connection via micro USB, but actually into here, and these are called JST connectors. And we've got a JST connector here which just fits in like that. You will either get your connector as two wires connected, positive and negative, connected to the JST, and then you have to just do a little bit of soldering like that, here and here, positive and negative, to connect them up, or we'll get them to you like this. We will try and get you your microbits like that too, so you should have them like that. If they break or fall off, just a simple bit of soldering, a couple of minutes to do that. So either you can do it, or it could be a challenge for or a task for some of your pupils. We recommend that you probably just have the one microbit that you can either pass around, or two or three, rather than having a single one for your class, because the collection of the data can be quite time consuming. So if you take it all onto one device, you can be in charge of actually processing the data, and that's a straightforward but a little bit timely process, so a little bit of thought we need to go on how you do that. So battery, we use these CR2032 batteries. We'll have some of those in for you. They're pretty cheap on eBay. Positive to positive, that goes in there, and you simply connect it, push it straight into there, and you will see that your microbit comes to life. For this resource, we're not going to use the magnetometer, which if you were going to use it, you would need to calibrate. We're going to use the accelerometer data straight out of the microbit. That should work for this resource. When you have your battery plugged in, even if you're not using it, it will take all the power. These don't store an awful lot of power, so when you're finished, just unplug your JST connector. It goes off.